Pre-K, Targeted or Universal. Chapter 15 of Contemporary Issues in Curriculum favors the targeted approach. This presentation will discuss the need for pre-K for school improvement and explore both the targeted and universal options. Pre-K skills and competencies include shapes, colors, ABCs, phonics, increasing vocabulary, communication skills, and comparisons, such as bigger or smaller. But that's not all. These, coupled with adequate motor skills, reasonable self-control, healthy attitudes, and acceptable social behavior, make an enormous difference in youngsters' school success and, according to some studies, in later life. Why do disadvantaged children need intensive preschool interventions? There are two main theories, one related to economic status and the other to parenting style. Lack of financial resources. Families with lower incomes have less access to the resources needed for healthy development. They are less likely to be able to provide nutritious meals to their children. They may have less enriched home environments, including neighborhoods with more crime, noise, or air pollution. They have less access to affordable, high-quality childcare, and they are less likely to have first-class healthcare resources. Personal characteristics. Some parents are more likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, or other psychological stresses. They may provide less cognitive stimulation, such as reading books, telling stories, or singing songs to their children. They may also have harsh or less supportive parenting styles, including low sensitivity, warmth, or support during parent-child interactions. Parents may be unmarried or uneducated, having to work more hours with no college and sometimes no high school diploma. A study conducted by Julia V. Isaacs of the Brookings Institution reveals data showing the likelihood of a 5-year-old being ready for school based on their poverty status at birth. Less than half of poverty-stricken children are prepared for kindergarten. 48% of poor children, compared to 75% of children from moderate or high-income households, are ready for school at age 5, resulting in a 27% gap in school readiness. This data is based on the 2011 poverty level of $18,000 for a family of 3 or $23,000 for a family of 4. According to Mrs. Buchanan, assistant principal at Targeted Preschool Paul Lawrence Dunbar Early Education Center in Texarkana, children with lower socioeconomic families do not have the same benefits as those from higher economic situations. The same study previously mentioned also revealed data showing percentages of the many characteristics of poor families versus moderate to high-income families that may affect a child's school readiness. These large gaps indicate that family characteristics might actually have a greater impact on school readiness than do their poverty levels. The data indicates a need for intensive preschool interventions. Not all children are taught at home the language, early literacy, and social emotional skills needed for school. Response to intervention in pre-K. Dr. Charles R. Greenwood claimed that preschool RTI promises a means of preventing these early delays from becoming learning disabilities. There is a long-standing debate over which method the government should take to meet the needs of preschool-aged children. Universal, or targeted? Which is the best? Universal pre-K is preschool available to all 4-year-olds, regardless of income or abilities. The advantages to universal pre-K include highly qualified teachers with degrees in early childhood development, the fact that all children can attend, it is state funded, it prepares preschool children for school success, it offers all children a high-quality preschool, and it helps children develop social and self-regulation skills. The disadvantages to universal pre-K include the fact that it is so standardized that it may be unable to meet the specific needs of many disadvantaged children. Also, some parents use it as a child care instead of a school readiness program. It is more costly to states, and there is a lack of research that would indicate its success rate. Private preschools suffer due to a drop in enrollment, and some view it as unnecessary for children who already have access to some other form of preschool. Targeted pre-K, on the other hand, is a preschool available for disadvantaged or at-risk children based on their household income or their abilities. The advantages to targeted pre-K include the common perception that it is more efficient and less costly. It provides school readiness to at-risk children, it is higher in quality, and it receives greater public support. The disadvantages to targeted pre-K include the fact that not all disadvantaged children are identified, and many middle-class children may not meet the eligibility requirements. Truly effective pre-K programs are directly linked to overall school improvement because they prepare children for school success. The Paul Laurence Dunbar Early Education Center is a local targeted pre-K school in Texarkana, Texas. It focuses on providing early literacy skills to 3- and 4-year-old children, and it is partnered with Head Start so that a full-day engaging pre-K curriculum is offered to those who qualify. The poverty gap in school readiness appears to be growing as income inequality widens. Therefore, some middle-class families in true need of school readiness programs for their 3- and 4-year-olds do not qualify for enrollment at Dunbar Early Education Center. Dunbar's assistant principal, Mrs. Buchanan, thinks that universal pre-K could potentially benefit young children by increasing their exposure to other socioeconomic statuses. But, she says, some students would still fall behind. A possible solution? Preschool programs could move toward universal access by gradually raising thresholds for eligibility. Two things are certain. Pre-K is needed for school improvement, and further research is needed to determine the best method for pre-K in the United States.